Welcome to Season 2 of the Bobby Blair Show, part of Hotspots Happening Out. We are available on demand on your favorite streaming channels.
This unique LGBTQ platform has been recognized by YouTube, certified by analytics company vidIQ as the most popular LGBTQ streaming news and entertainment network with more than 11 million viewers in 2024.
We are proud that we had more than 1,000 new subscribers in just the last month and more social media subscribers than any other LGBTQ brand in Florida.
It is Thursday, January the 23rd. The Bobby Blair Show is a unique partnership between two iconic LGBTQ media brands, including Out South Florida and Hotspots Happening Out.
Today is important as we encourage you to pick up Out SFL newspaper and Hotspots magazine. As a former publisher of more than 5 publications nationwide, this show proves that our queer community can work together. Welcome to the Bobby Blair Show. I'm Bobby Blair.
Welcome to the Bobby Blair Show. My name is Kitty Meow.
Our show is produced by Hotspots Happening Out and is a nonprofit 501c3 media company in the same model of PBS and NPR, but designed for the LGBTQ community.
Now, our show is also produced by Out South Florida, one of America's most respected names in LGBTQ plus news. Together, it's an exciting collaboration of all designed to propel news and information to benefit our queer community.
Our nonprofit mission is to support the 11 pillars of our LGBTQ community. We want to inform and educate the key issues of lesbian, trans, Latino, Black, healthcare, seniors, students, faith, social justice, business, and our queer culture. Help us support our diverse community.
Now, we are celebrating Out South Florida as one of America's most respected LGBTQ plus newspaper news sources.
It's been an incredible journey. We are celebrating 40 years of Hotspots magazine as one of America's most respected lifestyle publications.
We are celebrating the Happening Out television network, including Queer News Tonight's 5th anniversary with more than 10,000 LGBTQ television stories.
Kitty, we're celebrating our 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Parade and Street Festival on June 14th. I can't wait for that.
Let's dive deep into the LGBTQ world. Here at the Bobby Blair Show, we are going to be out and about in our LGBTQ community. So now let's take a look at what we've all been up to. Oh my goodness, Bobby, how's everything going?
I've been doing all this tennis lately.
Yes, you have.
And I've got this most incredible kid. His name is Peter Jorniak.
Yeah.
He's 16 years old. He comes from the most amazing family. First generation Russian. The parents came over with like $10.
Yes.
And the father built this huge success. And I met them when I lived in LA with Frontiers Magazine.
Yes.
And Joey Blake, who is a great tennis coach, invited me to help him along with his ground strokes. And it's been the most incredible 5 years for me to see this young kid go from 11 to 16. So I was at the Lake Nona, the U.S. National Tennis Campus a few weeks ago, and he participated in the Boys 16 National Winter Championships.
Wow.
And I sat there and just, you know, you always get like sentimental because I felt like it was just a few years ago, I was in that tournament.
Right, of course.
And then to go see all my friends that I had competed with, and now they're all famous coaches.
Absolutely.
They've all got all this great success under their belt. So I had the most incredible Christmas holiday going over there to Orlando and cheering my kid on.
Listen, I love hearing that. I mean, I can't forget. Sometimes I forget that you're doing a million things, real estate, of course, teaching the next superstar. Things have been really busy for myself as well. I've been, of course, doing stuff over at the Manor. It's been really crazy because we've been going through New Year's, with Thanksgiving and then New Year's, and now we're about to, jump into another season. So I'm really excited.
Well, we had the greatest lunch at the Pelican Grand, and we came up with this whole idea that these hidden gems, like, for example, the La Patio, nobody knows about, but I go to all the time, and I just think it's such a fun thing.
Of
And you know,
course.
another thing that I did is I went over and I stayed at the Mary Jean Resort in Tampa. And I'm telling you what, that is the Parliament House on steroids.
Oh,
It is so fun. They had the greatest Sunday tea dance. The DJ was amazing. Their food was amazing.
Where is it located now?
It's right there on Central, right in St. Petersburg, right on Central Boulevard. And, you know, it's just our friend Manny Alvarez is there. We see him all the time.
We love
And then we
Manny.
zipped right down and we went down to Port Charlotte and Brian had to do all of his real estate stuff. And
Yes, of
he had to get the
course.
lock boxes on the home and he's so professional. And I just sit in the car and go, he's
course,
so
of
cute
course.
doing that. I just,
So you guys, how many homes do you have for sale in the area?
right now we've got 4.
Okay.
And they're just amazing. It's a lot of fun to build them. Of course, it's a living, and I've been doing it 30 years. I was a home flipper forever, and
Wow.
you know, in those days, you know, you're making dog food taste good because when you buy a fixer upper, it needs everything.
Yes.
You
of
can't do
course.
everything and still make money.
Yeah.
Right. So we're now building new homes
Okay.
where you have the budget to do everything incredible. And fortunately, the market is well receiving the product. So we go over there. We've been having great times. And I tell you, a great place to go stay over there is in Punta Gorda.
Yes.
It's an amazing, it's called the Fisherman's Wharf. And they have a hotel there and they have like 50 shops, restaurants, bars. And of course, you know, I was so pleasantly surprised to be so welcomed.
Yes.
You know, Brian and I walk in there and it's like in the west coast of Florida, you're thinking, how's this going to go?
But it turns out
even Brian
they're really
Neal says, I'm
friendly,
going to go
right?
back a second time. So
Gosh, I want to go.
so we had a really great time there over the holidays and
Yes.
early this year. We're going back Monday.
Okay.
And of course, I've been working crazy hard, really, really, really trying to put Tropics and Scandals back at the pillar of
Yes,
the community.
of
And I'm
course.
trying to find the best people on the planet. And, you know, I tell you, it's challenging to find
a
world
lot,
class,
right? Of course.
world class people. It's hard.
Almost every single day of your life, you're going through it, right? A lot of different people coming in.
Well, being a coach,
Yeah.
you know, it's putting the team on the field, right?
Yes.
And finding the right people that can score the touchdowns. I'm just doing that now in the kitchen at Tropics,
Yeah.
at the tea dance patio, the best bartenders, the best people, the friendliest people. How can we do that and really make it a family at the same time with accountability and structure? So I'm kind of bringing my CEO qualities from the last 20 years from the boardroom to the tea dance, which has been a lot of fun.
Listen, it's going to be so exciting. You were talking about, of course, the Pelican. I love that place. We had an amazing lunch there. Of course, we had a lunch there, but it really was spectacular. They are very LGBTQ friendly. My friend had a wedding there, and I just wanted to mention that because I think that it's a really great.
Well, I know that we've organized a trip down to South Beach.
Yes.
We're going to have a couple lunches down there. We're going to go find a couple hidden gems
Yes.
that will welcome our community with open arms. Anyways, that's what we've been up to. It's been incredible. It's vibrant. We remind you to help support our important stories by liking and subscribing and all this. Share it on Facebook. Get it on Instagram. Keep it on TikTok. By the way, TikTok's back up.
Yes.
Dang great thing it is. Most importantly, we want you to share these important stories.
Let's kiki on entertainment. Winter Party Festival 2025 makes a splashy return to Miami Beach for its 32nd anniversary. Now, the National LGBTQ Task Force Winter Party Festival 2025 makes a splashy return to Miami Beach for its 32nd annual anniversary that, of course, is starting on February the 26th and going all the way until March the 4th. Now, Winter Party is an annual dance and music festival featuring a week-long series of events benefiting local and national LGBTQ plus organizations. 10,000 participants from across the world come to South Beach for one of the world's greatest LGBTQ dance events. Now, this year's Dance Revolution themed celebration features an eclectic mix of music, community programming, and entertainment that embodies the mantra, live free, play hard, and give back. Winter Party features 12 exciting events across 10 world-class venues. Since 2005, the Florida Task Force has given back more than $3.8 million and supported over 100 community organizations in South Florida. Major events include Localized on Thursday, which of course is February the 27th, and then Ignite party, which the party happens at midnight service. Now, the major pool party is under one major place, and it's at the Sagamore Hotel on March the 1st. Now, the premier celebration of Miami Beach party is on Sunday, March the 2nd, directly on 10th Street Beach. Now, to purchase tickets, passes, or for other information, please go to winterparty.com. Oh my goodness, this is so butt-kicking. I love the winter party. Oh my God, have you gone before, Bob?
I have, but I think what's so great about this is that the people that are the organizers and the people that have kept really a historical moment alive. I mean, this started back decades ago. And to think that this generation of young people can still enjoy such a dynamic event, and it has so much history to it, and to recognize the organizations that are going to be the beneficiaries from it, that they do such incredible work. A lot of times we think of it as just a one big party, but every dollar really goes to the people that put it together and to the organizations that we're going to serve who need help, whether it be homeless youth or whatever the case may be. It's always going to organizations that are in real serious need of it. I just think it's amazing that something like this has continued. The legacy is amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Many years ago when it originally started, I was with friends who was, creating and producing the event. Clark Reynolds and Dennis Leva, they were the brainchilds behind the winter party, and it's really lasted such an unbelievably long time, and it does such good work.
And it also brings in people from all over the world, which allows us to continue to showcase our community. And it's evolving, so much is happening now in the Fort Lauderdale area. Miami's working on a big comeback. And I think it's an opportunity for Miami to showcase how great Miami still is. And I really do believe that Miami has another emergence opportunity. And it's events like this that give it the kickstart it probably needs. Because we all know that Miami is not what it used to be, and people have segued to other parts of the country. But I think this is a chance for a comeback. And events like this are absolutely part of making that happen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Our LGBT community is all about our Hotspots entertainment stories. We remind you to help support our important stories by liking and subscribing. Most importantly, we want you to share this important story.
Let's kiki on Hotspots Entertainment. Broadway Across America has 2 new shows in South Florida. Broadway Across America is one of the national largest producers of course, Broadway musical national tours. Now, they have 2 great shows that we will show coming up in South Florida. Now, the Broward Center will be bringing, of course, the first one to light, and that is A Beautiful Noise. Now, it's the Neil Diamond story, and it will run through February the 2nd, and the musical features the stories and original music of Neil Diamond. For more information and to read an interview, see the feature in Hotspots Magazine. Please go to hotspotsmagazine.com to be able to see it, and then you can purchase tickets for, of course, at the Broward Center at browardcenter.org. And of course, West Palm Beach's Kravis Center will be bringing Funny Girl, and it too will be running through February the 2nd. And of course, the Broadway musical premiered in 1964, starring Barbra Streisand, and it is widely considered one of the 10 best musicals in history. Now, Don't Rain on My Parade from the show was voted one of the 10 best, greatest anthems by the gay community. And the show also features I'm the Greatest Star, and of course, People. Now, this is the love letter to musical theater, and it is the story of the incredible Fanny Brice. For more information, see the feature with the interview here at Hotspots Magazine, and go to hotspotsmagazine.com to get all the information. And of course, to purchase tickets, go to kraviscenter.org.
Well, it's amazing. I think of Sweet Caroline. I'm already singing it while you're talking. I just want to go see that part of it, and I'm sure everything else is amazing. I know our publisher at Hotspots said that he saw the show last night, and
he
Scott
was-
said it was breathtaking.
So the winner of the guy who's actually playing Neil Diamond won American Idol many
Yeah, like
years
4 or
ago,
5
right?
years ago. So, and he's been doing Broadway for years now. It's really just something that we're able to have the luxury of not having to get on a JetBlue flight, go check into a very expensive
Yes.
hotel in New York,
Yes.
and see these amazing shows right here in our backyard. And then at the Kravis Center, you got a Barbara Streisand historical show,
Yes.
Funny Girl, and it's right here in our backyard. It's just so fun. I mean, it just makes South Florida such the place to
Yes.
visit, live,
Of course.
call part-time or full-time. And we're really, really lucky. And these amazing theaters are bringing the best of the best. I mean, the Tina Turner story's been here recently.
Yes, of
there's
course,
just
in
it's just
Miami
the best
Beach,
of the
yeah.
best, best of the best.
So I love them. Listen, I love Broadway and as close to Broadway as possible. Of course, I think that should have been my career, but I love it. Barbara Streisand's musical director is Richard J. Alexander, and he lives in South Florida. So we have a lot to be celebrating here in South Florida and on or off Broadway.
Everybody get your tickets. Don't miss out on living your best life. These shows can help you have an incredible time.
Let's kiki on Hotspots Entertainment. Monopoly has a Fort Lauderdale edition. Now, who doesn't want to own both Park Place and Boardwalk Monopoly? Well, the answer is now. No, I want to own Las Olas and A1A. Well, welcome to Monopoly from Fort Lauderdale edition. Now, a new custom game version celebrating the unique charm and vibrant spirit of this coastal gem. Now, this, of course, Broadway game captures the essence of Fort Lauderdale, offering a delightful way to explore its national feature beauty and lively energy. Now, whether you're a resident of just passing through, this Monopoly edition provides an engaging and interactive way to experience the distinctive character of Fort Lauderdale. Now dive into the competitive excitement of Monopoly, now tailored to reflect the timeless appeal and dynamic lifestyle of this captivating city. Now, celebrate the enduring charm of Fort Lauderdale with this exciting game with that unites families and friends in an unforgettable moment of joy and discovery. Now, you can purchase this new Monopoly Fort Lauderdale edition at Amazon or eBay. And oh my goodness, what do you think of that, Bobby?
Well, I just played Monopoly with Brian the other night, and we do it on the laptop now.
Yes.
He kicked my butt 6 times in a row. So, I'm going to go get this edition, and I promise you I'm going to beat him in the Fort Lauderdale edition. There's no question. No question about that.
I would love to absolutely be. You have to teach me how to play it. I really don't know how to play Monopoly. That's why I'm like stumbling around this.
Well,
little
it's real
story,
estate.
right?
You get a little bit of money, and you get to buy up as much as you can until you run out of money. And then you get to borrow against the houses or anything that you've owned. And eventually somebody is declared bankrupt, and whoever's the last person standing wins. And I've been playing this since probably 8 or 9 years old. So the Fort Lauderdale edition will only make it more fun because everywhere you land will be a place that you know, right? It might be like, somewhere like, the Broward Center.
Yes,
or it might
of
be
course.
Cafe Europa, or it might be, the Pelican Grand and Beach Resort or wherever. So it's all these very exciting places that you want to land on that have different value. And the higher value that you land on, the more you're worth, which means you might run out of money, less sooner. And it's just an amazing game.
I will be an expert at this in coming weeks. But yes, guys, we should definitely check this out because this is something that is a lot of fun. And
there's also something about beginner's luck with Monopoly. Anyone that's watching, you know what I'm talking about. Beginner's luck. They always win the first time. So don't be surprised if you beat me after I've been playing for 50 years. Pick up those editions of Monopoly, the Fort Lauderdale edition. It's sure to be a great time. Let's explore the Out SFL news. Key West Drag comes to Fort Lauderdale with Aquaplex. I'll take my drag show with the wildest of Ernest Hemingway and Duval Street any day. The flavor of Key West is coming to Fort Lauderdale. As you have heard, Lips Fort Lauderdale is no more. Well, we've got something fresh, a new story in Aquaplex, Fort Lauderdale, and we should add Wilton Manors. It's a new approach to dinner and brunch drag shows for the LGBTQ South Florida community and our straight allies. And for Fort Lauderdale, we couldn't be happier. The owners of Aquaplex in Key West purchased the location 4 months ago, and just moments before Lips planned closure, Aquaplex was born. Mike Barrett, owner of Aquaplex, told John Hayden of Out SFL, the first time we came up was for Sunday brunch, and 3 days later, we had Aquaplex. We love what we're doing there. What the girls are doing are the things that made me buy this club. I had a couple of the girls in Key West tell me everyone was losing their jobs, and if there was anything I could do. I said, sure. Lips had become an aging and kind of sad, drag queen. Aquaplex gave her a makeover, a little lipstick, a new wig, and a beautiful new costume, and a star is born. Longtime employee and drag entertainer Ashira Price agreed by saying, it's amazing. It's an absolute pleasure to work in an environment that's been upgraded like this. Susie Toot is a current contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race and a former Lips employee who was the headliner for the premiere of the RuPaul viewing part at Aquaplex. She said, this is so fierce. I don't know if you can remember when I was working there, but Aquaplex has upgraded this shit like crazy. What a quote. Aquaplex will be a home to many of South Florida's most important charity events and is already supporting LGBTQ nonprofits. Well, I was a founder of Lips back in 2006.
Yes.
And when we opened, it was the most incredible, most beautiful and dynamic place. And, after 16 years of wear and tear,
Yes, of course.
it was a welcome to see Aquaplex come in and just bring shine, new carpet. They painted, they redid the kitchen.
Absolutely.
They hired Velvet Lenore to be entertainment director to really put together productions and real shows.
Yes.
Aquaplex is so great, and I'm really happy. I feel bad about Lips, but when Bob DeBenedictis and Paul Galluccio passed away, it started to take a little bit of a backwards slide in the last 3 years.
Yes.
They didn't keep up with some of the things they should have, and so they sold it and couldn't pick a better buyer than Mike Barrett and his partner, and Aquaplex is here to stay.
Something I'm really excited that it has found it has a new owner, and the girls are going to be able to keep their jobs, because for a minute there we were all very nervous. We were not sure about exactly what was going to happen, and we were just hoping that it came out on the other side as positively as it did, and I'm really happy.
And there was some word that certain people were going to be taking it over, and there was certain gossip, and I was saying to myself, God, the people that do it really have to do it right, because that venue, you just can't get away with putting lipstick on a pig, right?
Yeah.
You've really got to give the entertainers, the queens, the entertainment directors, you got to give them the best tools to produce the best shows. Because, the bar now is for the allies that come. The Sweet 16 parties, the divorce parties, all the wedding celebration parties, all those things. They're watching RuPaul drag races. So that's their bar for how they want to be entertained. So if you don't deliver that level of product in a dynamic location with the best music, the best sound, the best queens, the best dancers, the best DJs, you're not going to have a happy customer walk away. Back in 2016, we didn't have that bar to compete against. So it's no easy task to bring that value. Aquaplex is bringing that value.
And what I'm really also very, very pleased about is that they went and they're promoting from within, right? Of course, Velvet Lenore is one of our dear friends and our, yes, and she's such an amazing entertainer. And for the fact that they're bringing her and making her the, the entertainment director, I think that's an excellent move, because Velvet is like woo, she is a powerhouse.
Yeah, and for everybody that's never been to a place like Aquaplex or Lips, Lips still going in Atlanta, they're in New York, they're in Chicago and San Diego, they're thriving. I will tell you, the entertainers that host, I've never heard such comedians who make you laugh, who are so fast on their feet. They look in the audience, they can pick a person out, and they can make them feel so happy, but by making them also fun of.
Yes.
You're making fun of them, but they're still laughing. So, people like Nicolette, I've never seen anyone so fast on her feet, with communication and monologue is Nicolette.
Yeah.
And there's others. Amanda Austin's incredible.
Amanda's amazing.
They're all amazing. Look at I really wish, who I wish was here that was working at Aquaplex. I'd go every day she worked, was Darcel Stevens.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
one of the best show hosts ever. And if for those of you that are older, do you remember Miss P at the Parliament House? So Aquaplex is bringing all that incredible flavor to Fort Lauderdale, Wilton Manors, and we're blessed.
Our LGBTQ plus community is all about our Out South Florida news stories. Now, we remind you to help support our important stories by liking and subscribing. Most importantly, we want you to share the important stories.
Let's explore the Out South Florida news. No, Virginia, there is no Pride Fort Lauderdale. Out SFL has stayed on the Pride Fort Lauderdale story since the cancellation of Pride of the America due to the COVID pandemic. The first weekend in February, Pride Fort Lauderdale was going to return, but it will not happen in 2025. Executive Director Ernie Yoon said that Pride won't happen until sometime in 2026. They have announced a date. There has been a discussion of a possible move to the fall, perhaps October, and they are considering all options. Vice President Jason Nunes has resigned this week to become Executive Director of the LGBT Fort Lauderdale Chamber. Yoon announced that longtime board member, congrats Kitty, will rejoin the board after more than a year's absence. The challenges for Pride Fort Lauderdale have been significant, and the future of the LGBT organization is still unwritten. I tell you what, I got to give you credit for going back on that board because there's been a lot of tumultuous craziness. But I also say, you know what, congrats, because you got courage and you're all about community. And for you to be on that board and for the people that I hope are going to join it and for the new people in the community that want to make a difference and put the past behind us. I mean, nobody likes to go forward more than I do. So that's water under the bridge. Congrats for, having the, what to go forward and put your name on the line and go do something special.
Listen, it's such an unbelievable organization. When we all worked our butts off for it, there's been so many people that really wanted to see it be successful. And I just thought, my health issues are aside, I can go back, I can focus, and I can volunteer and be a part of it. And so, I'm really
I hope
excited.
that they pick people that are unifying people.
Yeah.
I hope they don't pick people that people have an edge with, or there's a grudge, or they're picking people where they can make excuses that that person doesn't have the experience or this. I've always felt like these organizations pick people that don't have experience. I really hope they work with an organization that's been there, done that. They know how to do it. They're time tested. I mean, I hate to say it, but let's not pick a bunch of amateurs because they've got nothing to do but a checkbook, right? I don't want people just writing checks and run Pride organizations so they can be big shots walking around and being in the parade. Let's get some real people that know what the hell they're doing, and let's run an organization and make it profitable and give back to the communities that need our help. And let's do it right. Let's not mess around.
Absolutely.
I think we can do it.
I think we can, and I think anyone that wants to be involved should also volunteer. Call us, get online, send us messages during on social media.
Anybody out there too that's got experience, you're from a different city, you've moved to town, you're retired, you're a former executive director, you know how to raise money, you know how to coordinate, you know how to bring people together, you know how to unify. Join us, call the organization. It's time for, I believe, some new blood to come down here and do things in a way that our community deserves. The same old is not acceptable anymore. God forbid they get me in that organization. I'm going to rock that boat, man.
I tried to. I want you there.
Anyways, I'll do my best to help raise money, and hopefully this show can help bring thousands of people to Fort Lauderdale that may have thought of maybe Palm Springs, maybe Fire Island. Let's get them down here to Fort Lauderdale, Pride Fort Lauderdale 2026, or whatever that event they're thinking about in October. I know one thing. If you're a part of it, you speak your mind, you'll make sure they do it the right way.
Absolutely, I have to.
Thanks for joining, John. I really believe it's going to be great, Kitty. Let's explore the Out South Florida news. Hollywood Pride venue changes over security. My Hollywood Pride announced this week that it is changing its location. It was announced in 2024 that the 100th anniversary of Hollywood would celebrate Pride at Arts Park at Young Circle, but now it will return to its traditional downtown Hollywood Boulevard location. Why? The most simple answer is security. Hotspots happening out, and my Hollywood Pride board member, Jameer Baptiste, said, the city of Hollywood feels they can safeguard this area much better than Arts Park. They can guarantee our safety and security. Sources said that Young Circle could not protect sidewalk access to motor vehicles. The New Orleans Bourbon Street tragedy brought the issue to the forefront. These same sources were clear to say there have been no threats made against my Hollywood Pride. It appears the city asked for the move in an abundance of caution. All sidewalk and street access to the street festival on Hollywood Boulevard has preventative measures for any vehicle assets. This safety feature means my Hollywood Pride will return to Hollywood Boulevard. The main stage will sit in the 2024 location, and Pride believes the January 26th event will be the largest festival in my Hollywood Pride's history. The LGBTQ festival will not only celebrate the 100th anniversary of the city, but also the 100% DEI rating the city has received from the HRC. I think that we love to learn from our mistakes.
Yes, of course.
There's nothing more you can do than create safety and a sense of peace and fun, but at the same time, where we're not going to have even a remote chance of anything happening that just makes the event sad and awful. And look how crazy and awful the thing that happened in Bourbon Street at Christmas time.
Yes.
It's awful.
Things like that are so unpredictable because you just never really know. Before you know it, I mean, everyone can be celebrating and having a wonderful time, and then before you know it, a tragedy could strike at any minute, you know? So it takes so much to just put these events together. That's why I was saying earlier, you know, we've got to encourage people to come out and volunteer and participate, because it's so important that if we don't have these events in our community will just be falling by the wayside.
You know, and when I read this story, what it tells me is, okay, they're going to get a big bill.
Yes.
For all this extra security and for everything that they're going to have to do.
Yes.
I know what we experience at the street festival here with Stonewall. I mean, $50,000, $60,000, sometimes more. Could it be a little less? I'm reaching out to anybody, Holy Cross Hospital, anybody, a big car dealership. Can you underwrite the cost of security for us? Because it's killing the profitability of our Pride events,
Absolutely.
Which means we're not able to give enough money to help the organizations that are in dire need.
Yeah.
I mean, there are kids that are being shipped here on Greyhound buses that are homeless and they're 15. They're transgender, they're LGBT kids. We need money to help them, give them mentors, get them in school, help them with clothes, you know.
Absolutely.
And if we're being charged all this money, which the city has to pay the police officers, I'm not saying it's not a real cost, but can you, Holy Cross or somebody, underwrite this?
Yes.
We need big sponsors to underwrite this, because we can't pay for these things by charging the bar a booth fee, the doctor, the lawyer. They can't afford these booths and all this. They do it because they support, but it costs money to do this. And we need some big underwriters to take on the burden of these big costs to ensure our security and to allow us to bring in world-class talent. Yes. I mean, why can't we bring in the biggest talent in the world and afford to pay for it? Because we don't get enough sponsorship. So I think that the call to action for me and my take on this story is, let's get some big sponsors. Let's get a couple people that know how to reach out to those people.
Yes.
Let's get the underwriting taken care of for our security, bring the best talent. Then we can bring in a few 100,000 people and do it with great pride, great fun.
Yes.
Most all is safe.
You are extremely inspiring. So I'm like smiling from ear to ear. You know, I want to hear this.
David Geffen, write a check. Come on, somebody.
Come on,
we're
David.
We're gonna hashtag you, man. Let's do this. We hope to see everybody at the Pride Hollywood. I know I'll be there. You and I will be walking.
Absolutely.
And it's a great event.
Our LGBTQ community is all about our Out South Florida news stories. Now, remind you to help, of course, support our important stories by liking and subscribing. Most importantly, we want you to share the important stories.
Let's get out and about South Florida. Sunday Brunch Buffet comes to Wilton Drive and Tropics Grill. 2025 finally brings something new to Wilton Manors. Kitty Meow and I plan to get out and about to explore the unique threads of our LGBTQ community. This includes businesses, events, and so much more. Watch this unique segment in every Bobby Blair show. We visited the wonderful Tropics Grill on Wilton Drive. This week, they launched the brand new Sunday Brunch Buffet on Wilton Drive. It was fun. We took a camera with us. Check it out. Hey everybody, it's Bobby Blair coming to you from the world famous Tropics at 2000 Wilton Drive. Our Sunday brunch is absolutely incredible. We're going to have a packed house today. Let's check it out. Scrambled eggs, amazing. We've got incredible bacon, sausage. We've got the waffles, pancakes. We have all of the fixings that go with the waffles and the pancakes. We've got homemade quiche, which the chef made, which is terrific. Potatoes, and here's my favorite, eggs Benedict, homemade hollandaise sauce. We've got an amazing chicken pasta dish. When you taste the cheese with this, it's amazing. And then we put this together for you to build your most incredible chef salad. From tomatoes, olives, cucumbers, incredible hams, great lettuce, cheeses. It's really something else. Check out our cinnamon buns. The guys were up early this morning making that. Our fruit platter. And of course, you can do all these different amazing desserts, from key lime pies to cheesecakes to amazing everything. Only $25, all you can eat, all you can drink mimosas and Bloody Marys, 10:30 to 2 o'clock. We'll see you there. You know what makes this so amazing is that people are saying they're really only paying for the unlimited mimosas and Bloody Marys and getting the buffet for free,
right,
because it's $25. I just think it's so amazing that the owner there, Khan Bashir, would be so generous to offer something so great. I mean, you can sit there from 10:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon and drink absolutely all the Bloody Marys and mimosas, and the food is to die for.
It is, like I always say, it is like my home away from home. The food is delicious. The staff is really phenomenal. And listen, all of my life, I loved this restaurant and every ownership, everyone that owned it previously. It has been such a mainstay in this community. I love it so much, Bobby.
Yeah, it's really quite something. And then after the Sunday brunch, there's they have a 50% off Mondays on the whole menu and so much more. But anyways, I think everyone should check out the Sunday brunch. And, we're looking for a couple brand new, fresh, never seen before entertainers to entertain during the brunch. We want to bring something fresh and new. So anybody that's new from New York, new from Washington, new from South Africa, you're a community member and you want to have an opportunity to get in front of hundreds and hundreds of people at an iconic location, reach out to Tropics Bar and Grill. And oh, by the way, they told me when I spoke to them this morning and I spoke to my GM, a new website's launching there in about 3 days.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to get all the information on what's happening there. What a great place to be out and about. And we're going to be going to places all over town that you mostly have never heard of.
Yes.
Because we want to find those hidden gems, right? Want to find the place that nobody's really heard of, or you maybe not have thought of for a while, who's maybe created something that you really should check out.
Yeah. We want to show people just the endless possibilities that we have here in South Florida.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think part of what we really are trying to do, Sean, is giving people the options to live their best life, to make new friends, to create a circle of influence in their life that can be positive and enjoyable. And, I think Wilton Manors in Fort Lauderdale brings that to reality if you just look at the right spots. They say in life, you want to be great, hang out with great people. And we're trying to bring great stories that give you the best life.
And this is the town that deserves it, right?
Oh, yeah, so much. This next exciting segment is part of a unique partnership between Hotspots Happening Out and Out South Florida to collaborate on our content. On Thursdays, I am writing a column for Out SFL newspaper that is also a television feature the same day on our Bobby Blair show. This is the Bobby Blair Perspective, the fascinating history behind Dancing with the South Florida Stars, coming January 27th. The upcoming Dancing with the South Florida Stars promises to be an unforgettable night of entertainment, community celebration, and charity, taking place on Monday, January 27th at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 p.m. at the Manor Complex. This legendary event supports the Stonewall Pride Parade and Street Festival, with 100% of the proceeds going to this very vital cause. The event was founded by my partner, Brian, Neal, and myself over a decade ago. We are so thrilled to produce this event every single year. This year's show will be hosted by Velvet Lenore, last year's champion, and Eric Restivo. The VIP red carpet will be done by our very own, the legend of our community, Kitty Meow. This year, the dance competition will be showcasing 7 dynamic teams competing for the coveted 2025 champion title. Teams include representatives from Pride Out Magazine, Tropics Bar and Grill, Scandals Bar, Out South Florida Media, Hotspots Happening Out, and rolling with the finest Sunserve and the Manor Live, ensuring a diverse and thrilling competition like it always is. Special highlights include a celebrity judges panel featuring our legendary mayor, Dean Trentellis, my lawyer, Wilton Manor's lawyer, Scott Newton, entertainment legend, Gary Santis, and of course, we brought back, she's never missed a year, Tiffany Ariagas.
Absolutely.
So exciting. Extraordinary dance and theater coach, Gary Cosota, and community leader and visionary, we brought, guess who it is, Sean?
Tell me.
George Kessinger.
Oh, I love George.
So really, the judges are amazing. We're going to have some Trailblazer honors this year as we did last year. Icons like Robbie Leslie from the legendary Studio 54 DJ, Brett and Roby Tannenbaum. Have they not done incredible things? They're visionaries,
Absolutely.
They're venue creators. Paul Hugo, a community leader, investor, and legendary bar and nightclub. He's also a visionary for over 40 years. Trailblazer honors will also go to Stacy Ritter, CEO of Visit Lauderdale, recognized for her contributions to making the region the world's top LGBTQ travel destination. Steve live performances featuring local favorites, including the ladies and men of Aquaplex, Fort Lauderdale, Ralphie, Oscar Nova from Noche Latino, and so much more. The evening kicks off with a silent auction at 7 p.m., with the show starting at 8 p.m. sharp. Tickets are available at hotspots.click/DWTSFS. Don't miss this spectacular event that brings the community together for a noble cause. You can read my full perspective on the history of Dancing with the South Florida Stars in this week's Out SFL newspaper and by column, The Bobby Blair Perspective. You know, we did this when we had our publications, and it was a way for us to raise money for the Brian Neal Fitness and Health Foundation, which provided people with HIV who had full-blown AIDS who earned under $2,000 a month. And we did it so we could raise capital to buy them gym memberships, yoga classes, life coaching, all different types of things that provided an infrastructure to give people the healthiest lifestyle possible. And so when we came back after an 8-year break, I'd been reading because I never missed a publication. Even I was gone 8 years. I knew everything was going on. And I knew that Jeff Sterling and Scott Holland were working so hard on the Pride Festival and Street Parade, and the expenses were going up and up and up. And I said, this is what I want to do to give back. And Brian totally agreed. Let us raise money from Dancing with the South Florida Stars. Let's not serve ourselves in our own philanthropy at this time. Let's serve this organization to help pay for the inflated police costs and all these other things that are hurting their ability to do it comfortably, because it should be also fun to organize these events. So we hope the money that we raise will make a difference, and we sure do thank everyone in the community that's coming. We've sold a ton of tables. We've got the best people. We got mayors. We got just, it's an incredible crowd coming this Monday night.
The trailblazers that are being honored, can you mention them again, please?
Yeah, we're going to have Stacy Ritter. We're going to have Robbie and Brett Tannenbaum. We're going to have Paul Hugo. And, you know, just the people that have been entertaining. But see, my take on this is not all the fun they've created for everybody, the millions of people. It's all the jobs they have created. All the people that have had the ability to make a living and continue to live in Fort Lauderdale. And all of these people have been fair in how they compensate their people and how they've been able to continue to live in the Fort Lauderdale area and afford their rents. So this is more than just these great people that have provided the great everything. It's about how they've also entertained but provided an income. Like Paul. I mean, Paul's built townhomes and
Yes,
started the
absolutely.
Coliseum and owned 825 and started the Manor, all with Robbie and Brett in many cases.
Of course.
And I drive everywhere. I'm an early person. I drive by the Manor almost 7 days a week. And I'm telling you, at least 6 days a week. Brett Tannenbaum and Robbie, their car is sitting there
Absolutely.
at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'll go at night at 9 o'clock. It's still sitting there. So these guys may have done well, but they deserve everything, and they give back. And those are the people that we want. We're also doing an Icon Award this year. I want to make it a surprise because if you really want to know the icon that we're going to announce and then create an annual award in his name,
Okay.
that's all I'm saying. If you want to know who it is, you got to go buy tickets and you get your butt to Dancing with the South Florida Stars because it's an icon of icons that's going to be recognized.
I don't know who it is. I'm really excited.
Go buy tickets. Get your friends tickets.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm on it. I'm on it.
It's important that we examine the important topics of our community. We remind you to help support our important stories just like this. Please like and subscribe these stories. Most importantly, we want you to share this important story with everyone. Get it on Facebook. We'll see you Monday night. That's the Bobby Blair Show. Kitty and I want to present the best of the LGBTQ community. We hope you join us.
And if our community is important to you, share our program with your friends and family. Join our conversation on your favorite streaming platforms.
We need your support. If our community is to grow and thrive, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world.
Now, this is the only place in the world that tells these types of LGBTQ plus stories in motion and sound. Now, this is the passion of Out South Florida, happening out, and, of course, the Bobby Blair Show.
I'm your host, Bobby Blair, and on behalf of Kitty Meow, we will see you inside the baseline. Game, set, match. We'll see you next time.